Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. Today I decided to try something new. I was going to try to do the numerology reading for twin flames. And so basically these piles are based on your numerology, and that's what you will base your piles on. So basically, you can go by your birth date. So it's labeled number 1. So this has to do with either your life path number, or this has to do with your birth date. It could be your name. Anyway, if you know everything there is to know about numerology and you know your numbers, oh, that's my dog, by the way, sorry. Then go ahead and pick a pile. So what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 22. So 11 and 22 are master numbers. And so when you add up the numbers in your name and when you add up the numbers of your birth date, or if you do just your birth date, your birthday, so like mine is 25. So I would just reduce that to a 7. Okay. So, but if your birthday is the 22nd, you can use this pile for 22. That's a master. You don't reduce 11 and you don't reduce 22. Okay. And so anyway, if you already know your numerology numbers, go ahead and look at the timestamps below, and then please go ahead and pick as many piles as you want that correspond with all of your numerology numbers to get additional messages. Also, you can look for loved ones as well if you happen to know your loved ones numbers. Okay, so basically the way this is going to work is just going to be some advice. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up the numerology of the cards to give you an additional message as well. So if you don't know your numerology, I will give you a quick lesson on how to figure that out. Again, if you just want to go by your birth date, if your birth date is May 1st, then you can go ahead and pick 1. If your birth date is May 12th, then 1 plus 2, so 12. So you just go 1 plus 2, that would equal 3. Okay, you could do it that way, or you could do it by your life path number, and plus go ahead and look at all your piles that correspond with all of your numerology numbers. To figure out your life path number, you would just do your birth date. So I have a example here. So let's say your birthday is 12/12/1950. Then you just add up 12 plus 12 plus 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 0. Okay. And then you can reduce the 12 to 3. Okay. So you go 3 plus 3 plus 1. You have to use nines. That's why I omitted the 9, because nines don't count for some reason. It's the same without the nines. But but you can keep the 9. It'll still come out to the same number. But anyway, so when you add up 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 0, it comes out to 12, or in this case, 21 with the 9, and then it will equal 3. And 3 would be your life path number, okay? And then here's another example of the same birth date, 12 plus 12/12/1950. And again, you just add up the 1 and the 2 to make a 3. Just make it a single number. That's all you're doing. You can add up the 1950 to make a single number, okay? And still adds up to 3, okay? So you could do it that way. So your date of birth has to do with your life path. Your life path is all about your major lessons and challenges in life, as well as your opportunities and your traits that can assist you on your journey, just to give you an idea what a life path is. You could also go by your birth name. So your date of birth. So let's just say your birth name was Mary Smith, okay? Then what you do is you just kind of add up all the letters. And so each letter is correspond with a number. If you want to take a snapshot of that, that's how you figure that out. So A through I is 1 to 9. Okay. Then J through R is 1 to 9. Okay. And then S through Z is 1 to 8. Okay. And that's the corresponding number to the letter. And again, you add that up, and then you reduce it to a single number. So as an example, I used Mary Shea. Okay, so Mary Shea, this is the corresponding numbers. M is a 4, A is a 1, R is a 9, and so on. Then I added up all the numbers, and Mary Shea comes out to be a 9. Okay. So what that has to do with, that is your expression. So your name at birth has to do with your talents, your abilities, your potential, your destiny. Okay. It's all about your talents and abilities. Okay. And then if you wanted to do, if you want to even go further down the rabbit hole with numerology, you could also do your vowels. So if you just did the numbers of your vowels in your name, that has to do with your soul urge or your heart's desire. So if you ever wanted to know what your soul urge is, all you're doing is, so let's just say use Mary Shea, you're only going to add up the vowels. So I would only add up A, Y, E, and A. So A would be 1, so 7. For Y, that would be 8. Plus the E, that would be 13. And then 14, so 5 would be my soul urge. Then I'm going to explain what each number means, okay? So then with that, the 5 would be the soul urge. Okay, and then the last thing you can also, actually there's a couple more things. You can also do consonants of your name, and that will teach you your personality, your surface traits, how you act with people. Okay, so that's the face. That's how you'll dress. That's how you'll show yourself. That's how people will see you. And then if you were to do consonants, now you're going to look at just the consonants of your name. So M and R, S and H. And I would just add those up. So 5 plus 9 is 14. Well, again, it's a 5. And that's the face that I would show to everybody. That would be my personality. So each number, of course, corresponds with a bunch of traits that I will share. And then the last thing you could do is something called the hereditary number that I found, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is the name you have now, not necessarily your birth name. So let's say you got married or changed your name in some way. Your name that you use now is called your hereditary number, and it shows your behavior towards relationships with others. And you could figure out again that with the numbers of the letters. And then the last thing I found was the growth number, which is your first name only. So this assists you with your growth to act as a tool to help you on your journey. So I happen to do Mary Beth. So Mary Beth happens to be an 11. That's the master number. So this is the type of traits that will help me to grow. Okay, so again, just pick a pile based on your number. You could do as many piles as you want. Maybe you have all the numbers in your numerology chart. But that's how you do it. So I'm going to hit pause. Go ahead and figure out your numbers. If you want to make it simple, again, just do your birthday. So again, if your birthday is the 15th of February, then it's a 6, right? So 1 plus 5 is 6. The only numbers you don't reduce are 11 and 22. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit pause, and we will start with number 1. Again, the piles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 22, and time stamps will be below. Thanks. Okay, so this is for anybody who has a numerology number of 1. So those of you with a 1 in your chart, some of the attributes are the fact that is you are strong, you are resilient, a good manifester, a pioneer, you are independent, you're a perfectionist, you're a visionary, you're honest, you're driven, you're self-confident, you are a leader, you excel in career, passionate, determined, individualistic, bold, could be athletic or active. These are your CEOs. Okay, so basically, this is if you're balanced, of course. There are also shadow sides of the 1, which I'm not getting into. There's negative aspects to the 1. But if you're balanced, those are the attributes of being the number 1. Or these are traits that you could use to help you grow. Okay, so these are the cards you got for number 1. You got, so this is 9 of Wands. That's the spiritual strength. You also got 7 of Pentacles, that is patience and planning. And then you got the Sun reversed, and that's number 17. Okay. So what this is saying is, so because this is for twin flames, this is all about, they want what the divine wants you to know. This is all about patience and plan. This is for the long term. Okay. This is not a short-term endeavor. They want you to work on this They want you to make this last, okay? So this twin flame relationship, it needs to be cultivated. It's not something to be rushed into. It's not something that, it's not your typical third dimensional relationship. You need to be building your spiritual strength. You need to be persevering in whatever it is that you're working on within yourself, okay? So, what they're saying is to continue to persevere, to have patience, to be planning for the long term, building up your skills, whatever this may be, whatever it is, there's so many things you need to be like healing. As you know, it's all about deprogramming yourself, okay? It's all about healing. It's all about, whatever your inner child, whatever, how do I want to put this? Whenever you had some kind of trauma in your life, it doesn't even have to be this life, it could be a past life, any kind of trauma, that needs to be healed, okay? Because that will be mirrored back to you in your twin flame union. Anything that's not healed, anything that's not, you know, anything that you didn't work on will be like brought up to the surface. And so they're asking you to build the spiritual strength. They're asking you to do the work. They're asking you to persevere. And they're also asking you to stay positive. Stay positive. That's a huge thing. You want to stay high in your vibration. If you don't stay high in your vibration, then you're not going to attract your twin flame. Okay? So that's key as well. Keep high in the vibration. Yes, you have to purge, so it is okay to plummet a few times if that's where you do all your learning. I know I do. But don't stay there. Don't stay down there. You need to also, use that time to, build up your strength, learn more about yourself, heal from it, do the inner work. I always say do the emotion code, cleanse your chakras, Reiki, whatever you need to do, okay? And just know that you have to deprogram yourself because this is not a typical third dimensional relationship, okay? All right. And then when you add these up, an additional message is actually, so if you go 17 plus 7, that's 24, plus 9, that's actually 33. That is actually a master number that we're getting. So the 33 is all about Christ consciousness. It's all about, we are one. It's a master number. Okay. This is mastery. So maybe you're supposed to be some kind of teacher. Maybe you're supposed to be some kind of spiritual leader. That's what a 33 is. Okay. And, maybe it's just spiritual teachings that they want you to dive deeper into. Okay. I could also go into the numbers of the cards. So, the 9 is about the humanitarian. Okay. So that it could do with some, being some kind of activist. The 7 is all about spirituality and metaphysics. So diving deep. The 7 is all about deep thinking, really diving deep into spirituality. And then the 17 is the 8. Okay. And the 8 is all about the hard work. It's all about the success. It's all about financial security. Again, it's kind of like the 1, to be honest. It's like it's our CEOs, it's our leaders. Okay. And so from what I'm getting for ones is that right now they're asking you to just be patient, keep working on your spiritual side. That's the way to, get through this twin flame journey. Okay. I know it seems like it's taking a long time and I know it's hard, but they're asking you to stay positive because when you're high in your vibration, that is where it's really just, there is no such thing as divine timing. All it is you and your twin flame is a vibrational match. That's all it is. But you don't want to attract your twin flame down here in grief and fear or even in desire. You want to attract them in joy, love, and peace. That's where you want. There's many versions of you, and there are many versions of your twin flame. Okay. And that's where you want to attract you, in your version of your twin flame up here in love, joy, peace, enlightenment. That's also the 33. So the 33 is all about enlightenment. So that is your additional message, is to strive for enlightenment. That is a big one. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please check out the other numbers to get additional messages for your numerology. Otherwise, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you want a personal reading, please check out my email below and I will give you that information. Otherwise, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. Talk to you later. Bye. Hi, so this is for those of you who have 2 in your numerology chart, okay? So the 2, the attributes, this is if you're balanced. This is not the shadow side of the 2 because there are negative aspects, but the positive aspects of the 2 are that you are diplomatic, you are the power behind the throne, humorous, a peacemaker, negotiator, and empathetic, sees all viewpoints, seeks harmony, good listeners, intuitive, deep thinkers, likes companionship, influential. You are social, poised. You know, I kind of feel like teachers, caregivers, therapists. You're very adaptive. I feel like those are the types of careers that 2s would be good in. Okay, so that's basically like a 2. So let's see what you got. You got throat chakra. Okay. You also got wisdom. And then you also got solar plexus chakra reversed. And as you know, well, maybe you don't know, I actually do cleansing of the chakras. If you want to check out my videos, I do help with that. If you need help with, it's all about cleansing the chakras so that those traits can be healed as well. Because each trait, so for instance, throat chakra, I do a throat chakra video to cleanse it. This is all about speaking your truth. This is all about, being heard, So I feel like with this group of 2s, the divine is asking you to speak your truth, kind of like what I'm doing now, just kind of like go out there and, use your voice, whatever it is you need to say. The reason why I say that is because it looks like you're some kind of, so this is the Hierophant card, so some kind of spiritual advisor. So it looks like some of you are, going into that field, or maybe there's something that you can teach on, some kind of teacher, some kind of wisdom that you can teach on. And so they're asking you to, whatever it is, get that knowledge and get out there and use your voice and teach. Okay. You also got the solar plexus chakra reversed. That has to do with emotions, fear. It's reversed. So that's why I'm letting you know that they're probably asking you to get out of your fear, okay, and use your voice. Maybe this is holding you back. Maybe the fear is holding you back, and you need to work on, just study more. Maybe just gain a bit more wisdom, and that way you get your self-esteem back, because this is all about the self-esteem. So they're asking you to build your own self-esteem, get out of anxiety, have confidence, get out of fear, use your voice, get out there and share your wisdom. Okay. So to give you an additional message, so this adds up to 5 and 5 is 10 plus 3 is 13. So this is the 4. The 4 is all about hard work. Okay. It's all about being, disciplined. Okay. Attention to detail, grounded. Okay. Being reliable, being helpful to people. Okay. So that's what they're asking you to do. So this is the attributes of the 4. All right. You also got 2 5s on the ground. And so the 5 is also very, the traits of the 5 is that they're usually the adventurers. They're free spirited. They're good with change. They're versatile. They're their own boss. They're the defender of the underdog. They are magnetic, and yeah, they are loving. They are just very free spirited. They are the Rolling Stones of the world. They love their freedom. But anyway, so, And then the 3 is all about creativity, and it's all about, just being imaginative. It's also about staying positive. The 3, they always see the glass as half full, not half empty. So they're asking you to stay positive. They're asking you to build your self-esteem. All right, get out there, use your voice. Whether it be writing a book, it doesn't have to be like technically your voice, but let your voice be heard in some way. Share your wisdom. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that reading. Please check out the other numbers to get additional messages. Otherwise, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you're interested in a reading, please email me. My information is below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hello. So this is for those of you that have 3s in your numerology chart. The 3 is all about being extroverted, the life of the party, imaginative, very, charismatic, very positive, sees the glass as half full, flexible, generous, obviously optimistic, good with communication, charming, artistic, talkative. Okay, so that's the 3. Now that's if you're balanced. I didn't go over the shadow sides of the 3. Those are the attributes of the 3. There are negative parts to the 3. Okay, but I'm just going over the positive attributes. All right, and then you also got light, and then you also got destiny, and then you also got, this is the 3 of, I think it's wand, 3 of wands reversed. So this is called partnerships and alliances. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, so this is the Wheel of Fortune, and so this is all about your destiny. This is all about good fortune. This is all about everything that you're going through, all the different phases. As the wheels turn and turn and turn, you are getting to your destiny. Okay. Again, this could be second chances. So having to do with your twin flame journey, this could be a second chance with your twin flame. Okay. I feel like a lot of you are seeing the light here. A lot of you are like, oh, okay, now I'm finally understanding and what it is I need to do. See how she's reaching up high into the stars. Okay. So she's getting higher in her own vibrations. All right. And this is saying to have faith. Okay. In this partnership, have faith in it. Also, the 3 of not pentacles, the 3 of wands, that has to do with self-mastery as well. So like, collaboration, mastery. Yeah. So this has to do with, maybe this has to do with a mission. Maybe there's some kind of mission that you will be doing with your twin flame, but they're asking you to have faith in this because it looks like there's some kind of second chance. Again, this is your destiny. I feel like you guys are aware of this because you are seeing the light, which doesn't surprise me because you're 3s. You're very optimistic people. Okay, so yeah, I always, in traditional tarot, I always forget, I believe this is a violet. And if it is violet, then this has to do with wands. Okay. So anyway, so 3 of wands. Yeah, it would have a lot to do with, yeah. Yeah, that has to do with, mastering something. Yeah. This has to do with mastering something with your twin flame. This has to do with partnerships and alliances. Okay. All right. Now let's also let's look at the individual number. So if you add this up for an additional message, so this is 29 plus 3, so that's 32. So that's a 5. Okay, 29. Yes. So, oh wait a minute. 29. Maybe is that 30? Yeah, 32. Sorry. Okay, so this has to do with being free spirited, seeking freedom, being your own boss. These are these are the adventurers. Okay, so the added message here has to do with being more adventurous, being more free spirited. Don't be so like heavy in your energy. Be more light. Like the way she is. Just have more light. Be more friendly, more social. That's the 5. Okay. Okay. And then to give you some individual numbers, so the 19 adds up to a 1. So the 1 is about independence, it's about being powerful, it's about being a leader, it's about being resilient, being a pioneer, a visionary, driven. Okay, that's all about the 1. Okay. And this is also a 1. So you actually have 2 ones on the ground. All right. So that's also another important message to take on those attributes. And then the 3 is the same as your 3, of course, which is being creative. So that's why, yeah. So with this card, something to do with creativity. But anyway, a partnership or an alliance, this is definitely your twin flame. So have faith in it because a second chance is coming. You just got to stay light about it, stay in the light. Yeah. And that's about all I'm getting at this time. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please check out my other piles that have to do with your numerology. And otherwise, if you feel led, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you're interested in a personal reading, then please check out my email below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.